The decline in form and physical sharpness of Polish legend Robert Lewandowski has sounded alarm bells at Camp Nou. His potential departure at the end of the season, likely in the form of a respectful, graceful farewell, wouldn't just mark another transfer story. It would represent a turning point, one that forces Barcelona to completely redefine their attacking identity. The challenge now isn't simply about replacing Lewandowski, it's about finding a striker who's younger, sharper, and better aligned with the club's philosophy and the tactical blueprint that new manager Hansi Flick is trying to implement. But this is no easy puzzle to solve. With Barça still struggling under financial pressure, they can't spend freely like Europe's richest clubs. That means sporting director Deco and his recruitment team must search for the perfect blend of quality, potential, and economic feasibility. Their shortlist reflects that balance, a mix of realistic options, long-term projects, and a few near-impossible dreams. At the top of that list is Dusan Vlahovic, the 25-year-old Serbian striker currently at Juventus, and arguably the most complete candidate for the role. He offers not only world-class ability, but also strategic value, fitting both Barca's needs and long-term vision. Vlahovic isn't about fancy footwork or dazzling dribbles. His strength lies in spatial awareness and ice-cold finishing instinct. He knows exactly where to be and when to arrive, a vital trait for any striker in Barcelona's possession-heavy system, where chances are crafted rather than chased. He's a true target man, but not a static one. Comfortable playing with his back to goal, he can hold up play, shield the ball, and create openings for runners like Lamine Yamal or Dani Olmo to exploit. His directness and physical presence bring back shades of Luis Suárez, the last striker to truly embody that ruthless edge in Barca's attack. Another key detail, Vlahovic is left-footed, which perfectly complements Flick's right-sided attacking structure. That balance could add variety and unpredictability to Barca's finishing patterns inside the penalty area, a subtle yet crucial tactical edge. What makes this pursuit even more intriguing is the contract situation. Vlahovic's deal with Juventus runs until June 2026, but renewal talks have stalled. The club want to cut his €10 million annual salary, while the player insists on keeping it intact. That stalemate opens a window for Barca. A potential cut-price transfer in summer 2025, or even a free move in 2026, would be an ideal scenario for the financially cautious Catalans. Reports in Italy suggest that Deco has already held preliminary talks with Vlahovic's agent, Darko Ristic, to gauge interest, a clear sign that Barcelona are serious about making him their next No.9. Julián Álvarez represents the archetype of a 21st-century striker, one who scores, connects, and presses with intelligence and intensity. Since leaving Manchester City for Atletico Madrid, the Argentine forward has flourished, averaging nearly 0.75 goals per game in La Liga during the 2025-26 season. Álvarez isn't a traditional poacher, but a dynamic false nine. He frequently drops deep to link play, then bursts forward with explosive timing when space opens up. His tactical awareness, relentless pressing, and willingness to battle for possession are qualities that perfectly align with Hansi Flick's philosophy. It's no coincidence that Pep Guardiola once used him as a tactical Swiss Army knife, flexible, sharp, and reliable. For Barcelona, a club seeking to redefine the No.9 role, Álvarez embodies a forward who thrives within the collective, combining the killer instincts of a finisher with the selfless work rate that once made Luis Suárez a Camp Nou favorite. Financially, however, the deal borders on impossible, at least for now. His contract with Atletico runs until 2030, protected by a staggering €500 million release clause. Still, both Laporta and Deco view him as a long-term strategic target, a player capable of leading Barcelona's front line in the post-Lewandowski era. Sources within the club suggest Laporta has already floated the idea to Flick's staff. It may be a distant dream, but Barca believe football's transfer landscape is fluid, and with the right timing, even the toughest doors can open. Serhou Guirassy has steadily climbed up Barca's shortlist thanks to his explosive form for Borussia Dortmund, reaffirming his status as one of the Bundesliga's most efficient finishers. With 4 goals and an assist in just 5 league matches this season, Guirassy's scoring rate of 0.8 goals per game marks him as a model of consistency and reliability. Guirassy offers more than just goals. He fits the pressing and build-up dynamics Flick demands. Strong, disciplined, and adept at shielding the ball with his back to goal, he provides a vital outlet that allows teammates to push higher up the pitch. His off-ball movement also stretches defenses and opens pockets of space for wingers and midfielders to exploit, a crucial trait in Flick's system, where players like Yamal and Rafinha thrive on second-line runs. At 29, Guirassy is a seasoned striker, ready to deliver immediate impact without requiring developmental time. Dortmund are reportedly open to selling if the right offer arrives, and rumors suggest a special release clause of around 65 million euros, valid only for Barcelona and Real Madrid. That figure is significantly lower than his original 100 million euros valuation, making Guirassy one of the most financially viable options for Barca's constrained budget. His standout performance against Barcelona, including a hat-trick in last season's Champions League, turned him from a fringe name into a genuine transfer priority. If Barcelona were to prioritize immediate impact over long-term planning, Harry Kane would be the ultimate short-term fix. His blistering start to the season with Bayern Munich, 11 goals and 3 assists in just 6 games, has once again underlined his all-round mastery and unrelenting consistency. For any defense, Kane is a nightmare come to life. He embodies nearly every quality Barca seek in Lewandowski's successor: lethal finishing, superb hold-up play, and seamless connection with midfield runners. Yet, Kane offers something even rarer: orchestration from the front. He's not only a finisher but also a creator, a conductor who dictates tempo in the final third. Within Hansi Flick's system, Kane would be the perfect hybrid, capable of dropping deep to pull defenders out of shape, opening lanes for Yamal or Dani Olmo, and still clinical enough to punish from any angle. With Kane, there would be no transition period, only instant world-class output. However, his signing remains the most complicated and financially unrealistic of all. Bayern Munich have no intention of selling, and any potential fee would soar far beyond Barca's current limits. The only scenario that makes this remotely possible is if Kane himself pushes for a move, something he has never fully ruled out. Barcelona are quietly banking on the allure of Camp Nou, the promise of leading a new era, and the chance to succeed Lewandowski as factors that could one day tempt him. Kane represents a refined version of Lewandowski, just as lethal, yet more creative. But such a move would require nothing short of a financial miracle. Barcelona's striker conundrum has become a chess match between quality, potential, and financial restraint. Dusan Vlahovic and Serhou Guirassy stand as the most realistic and strategic options, the former offering long-term upside and contractual leverage, the latter immediate productivity at a manageable price. Julián Álvarez remains the dream target for the future, the kind of all-round forward who could define an era. Harry Kane, meanwhile, is the perfect short-term fantasy, a ready-made superstar who could transform Barca overnight if only the economics aligned. In the end, whoever succeeds Lewandowski won't just inherit his position. They'll inherit the responsibility of shaping Barcelona's attacking identity for the next decade.